Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. This is Miss Jaydee once again for our daily stock market insights. And as usual, I am excited to share with you my findings and insights on how our favorite stocks performed today. Okay, so if this is the first time you're watching my video, I do review stocks in the Philippine market, sometimes in the US market if you guys are going to request them. I also check out sometimes our cryptocurrencies, our favorite tokens. So those are the things I record in this channel. So if you like these videos or these topics, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Okay, so you're always updated. Now let's start. Um, the index today had a nice 1.95% increase in our price. So good job. This means that a lot of our big players, the blue chip companies, are trending in the right direction, which is trending up. Okay, so if I am to create a trend line, we are definitely still on or in an uptrend. Now, if I remove, by the way, this is a Bollinger Band. If I'm to hide that and I'd like to draw a trend line here, I can see one right over here. So that is your uptrend support area. Okay, so that is currently our support channel, and our resistance is right above here. Okay, so that is your resistance. So if you are just following this trend or this uptrend channel, most likely we will experience a rejection somewhere near the resistance area. However, if we are supported by good volume, uh, foreign buying, okay, so that's something you watch out for in this level. That's the volume over here. So if we are supported by good volume, resistance levels can be easily broken. However, I believe for our 52-week high, we are just within the range. So let's find out if you're able to break that. Then of course, that's something good. We could be establishing new levels for our resistance, right? So this is where it is currently situated. Could be slightly higher or lower, guys. Okay, take note of that. So this level over here is our 52-week high resistance area. However, look at this. We're not yet at the overbought, so there's really a big potential for our index to move even higher. Okay, so that's for the index. At the same time, I'd like to also recognize our video yesterday was really um, had a good viewership. So we had a lot of people watched that, and thank you for those people who dropped their words of thank you. I really appreciate all of you guys for taking the time to recognize what we are or what I am doing in here. Thank you very much. At the same time, some of you requested your stocks. Okay, let me take note of that. Cesar over here, CNPF and DNL. Let me just write that down. And DNL. Ricardo said thank you. Fritz mentioned more power. Francis, thank you. Ramon and Donald requested ALLHC. Of course, I'd like to prioritize your request. And ACEN AEV. Okay, so let us first start with CNPF. For CNPF, okay, so let me now enable my Bollinger Band. Wow, CNPF had a massive sell-off for starting, yeah, the first days of February. Oh, I will not be surprised because you know what, Donald, the stock has been in an uptrend for an extended period of time. In fact, when you already had an early sign, okay, these days were your early signs that the stock is slowing down. Okay, so it was really on a straight, almost straight line going up, and then slowly over here it was just moving within that range, somewhat of a sideways movement here. At the same time, if I am to look closer over here, you already had that RSI declining, so that was already the hint. At the same time, this one over here even gave you another chance to take profit. So I hope you have entered right at the bottom and you have managed to take profit. Uh, Meanwhile, for CNPF, I'd like to check out the next resistance level. Okay, let me just remove the drawings. Currently, the next support, because it is now triggering the lower band. And always remember what I said before, that if we are to trigger the Bollinger Band in either sides, so for instance this one, it triggered the upper band, the continuation to that direction happened. Now we're starting to trigger a Bollinger Band down below here, so definitely in the next few weeks, because I'm looking at the weekly chart, the possibility of it dropping is in is possible. Okay, so there's a high likelihood that it will drop a few more weeks and probably test this area uh, where it could potentially create a support. All right, over here, see that? So that is the next possible support that I see. Okay, I'm not saying it'll happen right away tomorrow. There could even be fluctuations in within a few days' time. But overall, we are not out of the woods yet. The overall sentiment here is still on the profit taking, meaning sell off. So 2234 is our next support on a weekly chart. The green, that's nice that we have green here. We could have, as I mentioned earlier, within the week, we could have some fluctuations, a slight recovery, but overall the sentiment is heading this direction downward. Hopefully, one thing I'm also anticipating is if the buying sentiment is starting to be established, sometimes you just have a long wick that will touch this area and then recover right away. But for now, that's our support. Okay, so the next one is DNL. DNL also, okay, you see that? I'll remove this first. I'll draw a trend line. This is the channel that this stock is currently respecting. And let me see if we have the same one for this one over here. Yes, actually, could be this one, right? Could be that or slightly higher. But overall, the direction is moving downwards. You can also check this level, because if you are to um, do a back test, look to the left and identify which area do we see where price level is being respected. For instance, this one, each time for multiple occasions, each time a price hits the 821 level, there's a bounce that's happening. So chances are, if it is going to continue to drop, it'll continue to drop. Who knows, we could be establishing a support at the 821. Otherwise, if I'm to remove that and the selling pressure continues, then this downward channel could be observed. It could be creating lower lows and then bounce right there, and then when it moves up again, it creates lower highs. But for now, allow me to put it here because that's a support, the nearest support. And I'm not saying that it will not be broken. We don't know. That's why my outlook is just towards plotting it at the nearest support, because after that, well, of course, you have to check the next possible support levels. Okay, but for now, just monitor that level, this being a support and this being a downward channel. The next one is ALLHC. Oh man, what happened to you? ALLHC is on a selling spree. And let's check this out. This used to be a resistance here. That could also mean something, right? That could also mean that we might be establishing new support at this area because that was your resistance previously. And let's try to see a weekly chart so it's cleaner. Yeah, and the selling pressure is still high. Sige, one more downwards here. This is another area of support because of this and because of this. So if it breaks 457, next drop could be 422. Okay, so if you find this cheap, wait, because I think you can get this at a much cheaper level. So that's Ayala Land Logistics Holdings. What about tech? By the way, tech is also in my portfolio, and I was EPIT here previously. I think my average here is 6 pesos. So it takes a long time. Do you see that? Grabe, the sideways is super extended. And I'm already on a weekly chart, take note. If I'm going to go back to the daily chart. So you see guys, you really have to have a long patience. And as much as possible, while the others are so excited to be a full-time trader, um, it depends on you. But I'm telling you, if this is going to be your full-time job, do it trading every single day. I bet you will have some impulsive moments because you really want to do something already, but the chart is still saying that don't take action. And if you're doing this full time, it really takes discipline because chances are manggigigil ka kasi bored na bored ka na, wala kang gagawin kundi tinitingnan mo lang yung chart mo. Okay, so that's something you need to conquer because at one point I was also like that. I kept on tinkering with the stocks, buying and selling when in fact the gains are just very very small. I could have waited a little longer and then I could have taken a much bigger profit had I yeah. See that? So this stock, for instance, tech super extended sideways. But today, at least we're showing good signs over here. So we um, managed to cross the MA20, not fully yet. But that's something actually already positive because majority of the candlestick or the bulk of the candlestick is already towards the upper band. At the same time, volume spiked up. So that means this increase in the price is supported by volume. Okay, so maybe the best thing that you can do here is wait for that another green candlestick to come out 100%. That means the body of the candlestick is already above the MA20 line. But hey, guess what? Even if you're entering at a 403, regardless of the price level right now, you are at a very cheap level. Do you see that? Because this stock actually had declined massively. So you are at no loss if you, let's say, you already have fundamentals of this company and you believe in it. It's just allowing you, okay, to accumulate volume or shares while the stock is still asleep. Because when this recovers, this 2 years, 3 years worth, 19, 20 to 22, 3 years worth of a decline, sometimes it will just be worth 1 week of recovery. Something like this, a steep climb. But it took us 3 years to go downtrend and sideways, and only to have a recovery that's even just uh, 1 week, 2 weeks worth, even better. So go ahead if you believe in this stock. Um, this level is still a buy for me. Okay, do you see that? We have not officially crossed the MA20 in a weekly chart, but the moment you see that, probably that's the best time to move. But overall, still really good. Anywhere between 3.0, 3.8 to 4 is still fine. Next is ACEN. ACEN. Oh, hello, this could be it. Okay, there's 30 million on foreign buying. You had a green engulfing candlestick coming from an oversold. So that could already be a sign. Wait lang. But then again, your RSI is not yet there. See this? Pababa pa rin siya. Baka mag ano to. Baka mag sideways muna. Pero may foreign buying ka na eh. Tingnan nga natin to. Okay, just put. So I'm thinking you just have to use your, because this might already establish a support at the 8.24 area. So just monitor this tomorrow. Maybe use faster time frame, and the moment the stock gives you a chance at 824, then that's a much better entry. But I'm thinking there will be continuation. We just do not know if it's going to go gap up. Pag gap up na, medyo mahirap na yan. But if it just opens here and then magfa-fluctuate pa siya, then take advantage of that dip. Very good naman tong si ACEN eh. AEV. AEV, nice. We've broken out of this downtrend channel. This used to be your resistance in the short term. Okay, Jan Banda. And then we have one full candlestick higher than that. So I would like to plot our next resistance then. And that would be around the previous resistance. So very near that. Go ahead and find out what happens around the 64.18. See if it is going to give us a slower momentum, and then once that happens, your RSI goes down, then you have a double top. That means possible breakdown can happen, meaning magsa-sell off sila. Because right off the bat, this stock also recovered with a steep uptrend. Okay, so let me see the other stocks. Maybe I'll review part two in a little while, but for now, just to address the request of our viewers, this one is for Donald, ALLHC, Tech, ACEN, and AEV. I was able to review that. And also, this the first set was for Cesar, and that is for CNPF and DNL. So we were able to cover six. Catch my next video. Definitely, I will be recording one more just to cover the other stocks. I just want to review them first before I feature them. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and bye bye for now.